it goes kind of ties in where people say like love is blind, because I'll say like when I was younger, when I felt love, it was like whatever they did that was shitty, like I just completely ignored it. Like it didn't even matter. You know, it would register like I didn't really like that behavior, or like I didn't like the way they thought about this thing, but it wouldn't register to like any fucking significant amount because it was like I fucking love this person. And then as I've gotten older, it seems to have just completely switched. Like I can't really love somebody without reasons, you know, like if I don't like a person's behavior, I don't like things the way they think, like I can't fucking love them at all. So to me, we kind of got into an interesting like dynamic talking about this.
Well, we had decided that, or what we had said was there's components that allow someone to love you more, because we never really concluded that you need those things to love someone, but those things help in the process of having love.
So you kind of like talking maybe about attraction, like if you're attracted to somebody, like just physically, that helps the love, like opens the gates a little bit, like it's kind of a natural inducer or something.
And to bring you back with the whole love is blind thing, I always seen that in a different way. I see when you think love is blind, you think of like actually being blinded by it, like almost like it was as if it was a driving force.
Because I always think of love is blind in terms of people who are in relationships where I feel like those relationships aren't really healthy for them. But since love is blind, they can't see that love is really, it's not doing the best for them. So it's
a very vague analogy, and you can take it a lot of different ways. You could even say that love is blind is in the sense that you don't even know when you're in love until like it's taken away, because like it's like you're not seeing it.
I don't think you even agree with that though.
But like I'm just giving you like a speculation, because that also could be true. Because I've been myself in a situation
where you didn't know that you loved it until it ended, and you're like, I actually love that thing.
Yeah.
Well, how didn't you know when you were in it? Like, what were you doing?
I didn't know when I was in it. I just really enjoyed my time with this person. I didn't know what it was that I felt, and I didn't want. You
didn't have any suspicions that it was love?
Well, no, I didn't want to go straight for that. I wanted to see if it was anything else but that.
So you knew that it could have been, but you just weren't labeling it yet.
I wasn't too quick to like label that's love.
So then you kind of knew that like it was, and then once it finished, you're like, okay,
I definitely
was what
knew.
It was. Yeah, so you had hunches. It's not like you were completely like, well, you know, like I was like, what were you, fucking comatose or some shit? Like, you know, but
like lovesick in that sense, I suppose.
Yeah, because like I was saying with the bitches earlier when I was young, you know, just loving them like irregardless of shit, and you know, like whatever ways, and people still to this day do this thing with people that they love. You know, there's shit that they don't like about them that they love, but then they still keep them. And to me, as I've gotten older, that's just like completely unfathomable. Like why people stay with people that are just like, oh, you know, like I don't like this, I don't like this. It's like, well,
but I love them. You know, like, I'm like, so that's why I think it's like it's that sickness type of mentality, because it's something that it's either part of attachment, which is obviously part of love, because I don't think you can love something to that degree and not be attached to it.
Wouldn't you just say that those people are stupid though? Like they're just using love as a justification rather than an actual like authentic emotion.
Yeah.
It's like they just kind of maybe taper into like,
that's a good point. Yeah.
It's like sometimes love can like occur completely up in your brain and not the others, right? So like, because there's been situations where I've been with a girl that it's like my notions of her is like I absolutely love that, and then after the split I realized that like the girl that I loved was like this fictitious bitch in my mind that was like amazing, and then once we broke up I was like, okay, well she wasn't actually like what like I was. Yeah, but like I was like, just.
I know exactly what you mean, and like you're framing her in the way you want to see her, and that's a whole other like situation.
I was just a love alone, like, you know, in a way, like I was just thinking of her in this way, and it's like, oh, I love that, and it's like I still love that.
And then you
woman,
think of the things that you like about her.
And
you hold on to those things,
and
that's why I can see why you would have that first notion of reasons why you would love someone. Because that's what you hold on to. Oh, this person does this, this, and this, right?
Because it would get tricky. It's like when you're in love, you kind of start making up like blowing smoke up their ass a little bit. Like, you know, when I was in love with this ideal like version of this girl, right? Whatever ways she was, I'd be like, oh well, like she's actually like this. Like, you know, she didn't word it properly. She didn't behave as accurately as it happened in my imagination. So but it's like
in a way, it's kind of like yourself in denial about.
Yeah, like a blindness to the denial.
That's awesome. Before we get into this little